State is moving forward with the manslaughter case against a Dunkin employee who punched an elderly man in response to being called a racial slur. The 77-year-old victim died from his injuries 3 days after the assault back in early May. Justin Schecker is joining us live outside the Hillsborough County Courthouse. Justin, the state attorney says a manslaughter charge is legally appropriate in this case.
And Keith, State Attorney Andrew Warren also says the racism and use of racial slurs have no place in our community. That inflammatory speech, he says, does not justify violence. A verbal dispute turned violent at this Tampa Dunkin, according to court documents, after a 77-year-old customer twice called the on-duty manager the N-word. Prosecutors charged 27-year-old Corey Pujols with manslaughter because the punch he threw ended up costing the elderly man his life. State Attorney Andrew Warren says, while we find the victim's words repulsive, public safety requires holding Pujols accountable for his actions.
The concern is for the family and the loved ones of this victim, but at the same time, there has to be a level of concern for this young man.
Criminal defense attorney Catherine Henry from St. Petersburg is not involved in this court case.
From what we know so far, there doesn't seem to be a self-defense angle.
Henry says that could change based on what the attorneys for Pujols learn moving forward. She says part of her defense strategy would point out there are legal protections for workers from employment discrimination and harassment, but when it's a customer,
Rising it to the level of a racial slur, what is his remedy? It's not fair.
Henry says a key piece of evidence for the state will be the video from a store camera that captured the punch to the victim's jaw. She tells 8 on Your Side, in the current political and social climate, the outcome of this case could hinge on jury selection.
You want a juror who's not just going to look at the black and white letter of the law. You want someone who is going to be more open-minded.
And Corey Pujols has been out of jail since posting his $15,000 bond back on May 13th. Court records show he has entered a written plea of not guilty. Neither of his attorneys have responded yet to our request for comment. We're live tonight in Tampa. I'm Justin Schecker, 8 on Your Side.